going to be a short and sweet stream here today, because I need to go to work in a few hours. But, yeah, I wanted to play a fast, pretty fun variation of posts I've played before on stream. Make a couple of changes here. I'm going to play this, the Stompy version. It's like Ancient Tombs. All these, cheap creatures with enters the battlefield abilities. But one thing I wanted to try is I'm going to take out these summoning traps and actually try and go a kind of opposite direction of that. I always wondered with like Rejuvenators how well like Cavern of Souls could be abused. So let's max out Caverns. Since it's pretty much all creatures, I guess I'll just cut a couple forests. So we're down to 4 forests now. What am I missing? Could put a Mox Diamond in. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to add a couple more Walking Ballistas. Some more threat density here. And you'll just stay at 61 cards. If 80 cards are fine, then 61 is okay too. But yeah, this will be a short stream. Probably a couple hours at most. Not the challenge. If I can stay up tonight for the Legacy Challenge, I will stream that. But if not, likely we'll stream the Vintage Challenge tomorrow. Hopefully I can just stay up for Legacy, though. Like, I haven't played much competitive Legacy in a while. Yeah, I feel like I could probably grind out a league here in like 2 hours. We're against Pokimoki. It's the second place trophy leader last season. Yeah, 2 Cloudposts. We're just gonna go for some ramping. Another thing I like about this version of host is you don't have to think very much. You just slam stuff. I wonder if Pokimoki is on Pokepile. Their specialty. Just ramp. Don't even think about it. This makes me think Tess. Interesting. Yeah, let's save the Cavern in case we find a prime time. It's Vesuva. Need some action now. What could this possibly be, though? No idea. No, not my other Rejuvenator. Come on. Oh, it doesn't show me their hand. So curious. So since I know nothing about what they're on, I'll just run it back. Hey, welcome everyone. It's going to be a short stream this morning. But I'm going to try and stream the Legacy Challenge like 24 hours from now, or whenever that happens. So yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. Just gonna get some fun leagues in, or a league, before I have to go to work. And I'll update the cardboard live in a second. Yeah, let's just hope we draw another land. Alright. Pokemoki is on something surprising as well. Or at least I don't know if they're on. Don't know. Oh, Hypergenesis? Oh shit. What's going on? I do not know. Well, let's not waste too much time. I'm guessing this card is a good thing to name. Force of Negation, Force of Fear, Oko. There's the Juve to me. As starting to use that looks, I do not want Oko to happen. Anyway, I guess you have to start with Oko anyway. Yeah, because they're going to play it next turn. I was thinking if I was one turn ahead, I could just Thought-Knot it out, but whatever. We'll see if not naming Tybalt here is super bad misplay. Go, Golos, go. Damn it. Force of Will, pitching. Vacation. Once upon a time. I like to see this kind of deck, though. This is so much better than Snowco Rogue Delver bullshit. Tropical Islands. That sucks. I think I'm naming Elf with this. Just need to try and ramp to this Emrakul. As pitiful as that is. It sucks. Shifting Ceratops, I guess. If anybody that's watching can fill me in what this deck is. I'm pretty in the dark with this. And if not, that's cool too. We can get destroyed together. Oh, it's so brutal. Well, they took my best win condition now. One more draw and then we scoop. That's not the worst either. Sure, just play it out. believe Tybalt should die. Ooh, Caleb D-list. I'll have to check that out. How's it going, Electric Crayon? Man, I'm pretty happy that Caleb is playing some Legacy again. That was some sweet news to see that. He usually plays pretty sweet decks, too. No, that's going well. I'm just going to play a short stream here this morning. I have to work in a few hours, but I'm playing the fast, brainless version of this deck. Just looking to have a fun league here. Oh, they're going to name Ballista. Pokemoki is smacking us with our own cards. Yeah, he plays the blue Urza deck too, which is another favorite deck of mine. Red Storm is pretty cool. I'll just go to the next game. My emphasis this morning is just like fast, fun. I'm just trying to get this league done within the next like couple of hours. I feel like the Tabernacle could probably come in. I have no idea what I would cut though. Maybe it's not worth it. No Cascade. Unless it's like some crazy combo that they win with. This list, it's like, there's not much room to like alter things when sideboarding. Plus, I don't really know what I'm even playing against. Sure, I'll keep this. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's kind of awkward. I think I'm going to play Forest, and then so I can play Tomb next turn and drop a Rejuvenator. That new Tybalt, it's one of those cards that I've seen it now, but it just hasn't registered yet. That's shitty. Start getting some Cloudposts, hopefully. Damn. That's the drawback of not being able to play that. Post out. Let's get another Ancient Tomb. So the sideboard with this list, it's... if the matchup calls for it, you kind of just want to swap in. I guess it's like pretty much all 4 ofs here. So hopefully there's some sweeping effect that you would want to have. Graveyard, combo. For the more like regular, like Snoko type matches, I would want Force of Vigors, but I haven't really thought about what I would take out to fit them in. This is not the typical post list, but I like to revisit it every once in a while. Pretty fun. Smart. I don't want to play Chalice on 2. Not only for this, but like, saw that, whatchamacallit, the first game. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. The Cascade card, a Violent Outburst. He's gonna violently thrash here. Let's see what this is. And is the list like built to have just this? That's pretty awesome. Alright, let me just read this more closely here. Okay, so they can exile my stuff and then cast them. I don't think he'll be getting like 10 mana at least. But I guess you never know. Nothing could surprise me now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's my only other real like creature removal. I guess I'll play it on Chalice on 1 at this point. If I learn one lesson today, it's not to play Chalice into my own Chalice, but also to play Chalice on 3 against this deck. It's okay. Get the stupid punts out of the way right now. And now it takes the Chalice. It's like, now you may cast another Chalice. He knows about the Ulamog too, so... It's gone forever. Or I guess it's just my graveyard. I'm gonna have to watch this Caleb D video though. This is some spice here. He plays the Chalice of 140. Yeah, thank you, Electric Crown. I'm gonna try and be on, try and stream the Legacy challenge tonight. So, yeah, hopefully I can stay up for that. But, looking forward to it. This probably gets countered. Eye of Ugin. Yeah, I'll be playing the usual if I do that. And if I can't stay up for that, I will probably stream the Vintage Challenge tomorrow. Just getting into that format, so if anyone's interested in that, hope you'll tune into that. Took one of my ballistas. Oh, that's a pretty good one to steal. These ancient tombs are pretty painful too. had myself muted. But yeah, I was happy to see that Glimmerpost. The shitty thing though is I'll have to tap both of these tombs if I want to search up with Eye. Let's yeah, you're probably right. Let's kill Bat Tybalt though. Teach that one a lesson. Oh, Ballista. I feel no shame in losing to the number 2 trophy leader as of last season. But yeah, I'll have to read about that deck. It looks pretty sweet. So for people just tuning in, this is a version I've played on stream a couple times before. Alright, I'm happy when these matches start quickly. But yeah, I made a couple variations to the list since last time. So, I can talk about that later. I'm gonna ship this. Too slow. Yeah, this is a lot better. Emrakul can go back. Gemstone Caverns. Yeah, I'm loving this league so far. Like, this is like the legacy I know and love. Already had like 2 interesting matchups so far. And I say that for this deck just because I've never seen this card really in Legacy. Oh, it's just the same deck again. That seems reasonable. Yeah, right. I was impressed. Guess that's how the this metagame goes. Everybody plays something when it first comes out. Hole Breacher. There's Hole Breacher too. What do people think about this land? This is a valid legacy card. I always have my eye on like potential good lands in this format. This one's always kind of been on my radar. Remember Joe Lissette when he was playing Reanimator way back in the day? He had a pretty cool transformational kind of sideboard plan when he was on the draw, where he like sided these in, tried to get like a mana advantage that way. It's probably been like the best use of that card that I've seen. Almost there. Oko. Oh damn. Makes sense to run a lot of this card if you can. It automatically makes any deck halfway decent at least, if it's running Okos. This is kind of like a similar situation against like the Rug Delver decks, where needle effects are taxed extra hard by these multiple planeswalkers. Jeez. 12 free counters. Is Daze the third counter spell? So we've definitely seen Force of Will, Force of Negation. Oh, Misdirection. Yeah, that's another one I haven't seen in a long time. And this is all just because of this new set, right? Because of this card. You'd love to see it. There's only one card in the new set that I'm kind of interested in brewing around. I actually picked up 3 copies of it earlier today against, or from one of the bots I usually sell tickets to, or treasure chests or whatever. It's, I'll show it in a second. That's this. Oh, that's good. I haven't seen this card in a while either. This is like a blast from the past here. I'll just play my land and then talk about this one card. I don't really know anything about these decks. This is like the first time I've seen this today. I mean, I'm intrigued from what I've seen so far. Let's see if I can bring this other card up here. And if anybody can help me find a 4th copy of this one card. So we do have 3 now. Bounty of Skemfar. And this is kind of like a Elvish Rejuvenator, but you look at the top 6 for a land, and also you get to put an elf into hand from the top 6. So that's like the only card that I was kind of interested in maybe messing around with. Probably for this list of any list that I would have. Just trying to figure out what potential elves, like how I could brew with it if I wanted to mess around with that. Like obviously Rejuvenators would go together with that. Possibly like Allosaurus Shepherd. Maybe Fierce Empath too. The recruiter effect for like big creatures. These are all pretty janky ideas. Oh shit, Golos. But I'm not above playing these janky versions in days like these. Oh, they're gonna start exiling with Golos too. Let's just exile something anyway, right? Might as well get an elk out of it. Yeah, when was the last time you saw Shardless Agent, Vendilion Click, Misdirection, apparently? Yeah, I gotta look at this list. This looks pretty sweet. Apparently this isn't even from the new Kaldheim set. It's like some Commander side set. I don't know, they release too many sets these days. It's hard to keep track of. And the Goatbot spot, like, just randomly happened to have 3 copies of that card. And just like the one card I was looking to pick up from this newer wave of cards. Like a red Dark Ritual. If I do play in the Legacy Challenge tonight, it'll be the usual list. So yeah, if I can stay up for that, I hope everybody will come back and watch that. Man, these two Planeswalkers. Really showing the power of the Planeswalker card type. We'll kill this. There's just no reason to not just do double block. I don't know. I guess I should have just double blocked Golos then. Whatever. Like I said before, let's try to play fast here. Interesting. Didn't realize this card actually had text. Am I dead? So violent. The double blocking that I would most typically never do actually bit me in the ass. Okay, we're just dead. Alright, so I think I want the ballistas now. Now that I've seen a little bit of this. Try and remove the flip Tibalt. If not the spyglasses, I could almost see just like saying fuck it, not even dealing with it, but it's probably worth keeping them around. I guess Chalice doesn't do a ton for me here. So I'll bring Tabernacle Ballistas in. I guess I could bring a random, like, Force of Vigor too. Or no, let's try the Mindbreak Trap, like someone was saying before. They eventually get to the point where they're playing like 3 spells in a turn anyway. And looks good. Nice. How expensive is this card? Jeez. $40. Shit. Oh, do you bet there's an Oko in their hand too? I could wait to play both of those out next turn, but I'm gonna play the Thought-Knot out instead. Punished. Let's see. Might as well say Tibalt, get my elk out of it. Pretty close to just dropping some bombs down anyway. Oh, not my Cloudpost. That's a good draw. Doesn't feel like we're out of this game just yet, despite 2 planeswalkers. This list can like definitely pressure with a good amount of earlier threats. This helps us out actually. Taking all my stuff. Let's kill Oko right now. And I'm just gonna plan to search up Emrakul, and then next turn just cast it. Unless there's something I'm missing here. The only other thing I could possibly do would be to play like a 2/2 Walking Ballista. Hopefully they just don't exile the Emrakul. Okay. I don't think they should have played my Glimmerpost out. This card is probably stupid expensive online too. I think it's Emrakul time. Do this right now. Not fall for that again. Might as well make this uncounterable. Why not? Let's see what we're up against. It's an Oko. I've seen opponents do that before. If you swing at a planeswalker, sometimes they won't notice. Basically annihilate one more permanent that way. Shh, don't tell them, Twibs. Sneak another Annihilator trigger in there. How much do I want these Force of Vigors? That one, Spyglass, is kind of annoying. But as always, don't really know what to sack out to... Oh yeah, I guess this Mindbreak Trap is probably just better as a force. I don't hate this hand. I guess it seemed bad with this Kozilek, but I guess it never really gets a chance to kill the Tybalt flipping guy, right? Yeah, I probably should have taken that out. I think I'm going to keep this hand, though. I got like a Turbo Spyglass. Decent amount of mana to start. That's a good draw. Just Vesuva. I do want to play this Spyglass out right here. Even if it sets the Cloudpost back a turn, it's fine, I think. Yeah, I'll see what's in hand. It's definitely either Oko or the Tybalt guy. Probably just, yeah, let's see the hand. Because if they're both there, then I'd rather just say Tybalt and let Oko give me an Elk at least. But since I only see Oko here, oh, let's think now. It's still probably just better to name Tybalt, right? Just force them to have to answer this with Oko. I think so. Chat, correct me afterwards if I'm wrong. But my reasoning is, I might as well get the Elk out of it. Yeah, I forget how nice it is just looking at their hand with this compared to Pithing Needle. I feel like it's pretty valuable. Ooh. Wait one more turn before I try and cast this Ballista. Or it gives them like some way to get this out of my hand, right? So I should probably just play it out right now. Yeah, I think there is a way for them to do that. Read things more closely for the challenge tomorrow when it's like more competitive. Really just want to finish this league here before I have to go to work. Doesn't this guy take it from your hand? This Tybalt thing that they find? Yeah, this thing is what I was thinking of. Yeah, I might be wrong, not sure. It's not finished yet, Razi, but it's very close. Bring it up here. Yeah, I got a nice, just touching it up at the moment. But yeah, I haven't forgotten about it. Super excited about putting it out there. You guys are, I'm sure, correct. I'll read this up on this deck before I play tomorrow. But, what was I going to say? Let's see, I could kill this Tybalt right now. That would expend my entire Ballista. How much do I care about this right now? So I'll target artifact or creature. I think I should just kill this, because I don't think I can deal with... Like, I can deal with an Oko is what I'm saying. As annoying as Oko is. But I have to get rid of my Ballista for this. Alright, let's do it. I guess they will just play another one. Maybe I'll just hit this thing down to a 2. I was not expecting to think this much. If I did something incorrect, I'm definitely okay hearing it. My Thought-Knot Seer. I do like forcing them to have to deal with this still, though. Ooh, that could be good for us too. Okay, it's not. Bye, Cozy. Oh yeah, I'd like to know too. Know nothing about this deck. It doesn't seem all that terrible for me, to be quite honest. Oh, they didn't take Kozilek. So let's just play it now. Is there any reason to attack first? No, it's just jam before they can Hull Breacher. I mean, it will just become an elk, but still. I feel like we're in a very good spot. This happened again. Screwed him over playing that Glimmerpost. Happened the first round too. If I'm playing the regular post list, this doesn't seem that terrible either. Like, our mana can develop really safely, so we like are guaranteed that. And then I think we just try and not lose our key cards, like try and not get them exiled, and I think we'd be good. So there's literally no other 1 or 2 CMC cards in this deck then, I guess, to get the Cascade to work. Pretty interesting deck building. Could lead with a Spyglass, and if that doesn't get countered, just dump a giant Ballista out. Alternatively, I could search something up with Eye. Let's see, 10, 11. I guess I don't lose any mana doing it this way. Alright, I'm just going to play a big, gigantic Ballista. By gigantic, 5/5. It's like, I guess it's like hardly the worst possible 10 mana thing I could be doing. All these elk. So like, what are they accomplishing now by replaying these all the time? Just exiling more cards. I'm dominating the board as it is right now. It's not bad. Kind of ties up their mana too, though. Never had to pay this many Tabernacle costs. Alright, it's a search up, end of turn. Looks like it's could beat here for 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we just dodge one more of these triggers and we should be good. And by dodge, I mean don't lose our Emrakul. Even if that happens, we still have our Ulamog. So I feel pretty good still. Alright, we're 1-1 against this new Tibalt deck. Start getting our reps in against it. Yeah, so this list, I played it on stream before. Previously it had summoning traps here in place of these 2 ballistas. But I kind of veered a different direction and maxed out these Cavern of Souls. Which, yeah, is a little bit of a different direction with that. I've always wanted to try maxing out Caverns alongside Rejuvenator, because it doesn't seem like a terrible land to run into. Basically just name whatever creature type your next creature you want to cast is. Oh, good game. So, I walked. Oh, 4 Blood Moon? Shit. Yeah, you're the second person I played against with that deck, like, ever. And that's actually both today. That's 2 rounds. I haven't seen that deck before, like, 20 minutes ago. But yeah, your deck looks sweet. Like I said, I don't know anything about it, really. But Blood Moon, god. He had, like, Vendilion Click and all these old cards I haven't seen in a long time. Ooh, yeah, I'll go check that out. Need to see more about this deck. So I'm guessing it's just built to... It has no CMC 1 or 2 cards then, right? It's just to get the Cascade to work, and just to hit Tibalt only. It looks pretty tight. I'm gonna have to learn about it before this challenge tomorrow. Force pitching Stifle. Ooh, yeah, thanks. Let me check that out. Start dropping Rejuvenators. So I'm playing like this weird variation, like not the usual 12 post list here today. So yeah, I don't really read anything into how this deck performs, but for the regular post list, I don't think it would be that terrible of a matchup for me. I have to remember to bring in the Force of Vigors if I play against it. I just think I have to dodge losing like my best one of lands, not get them exiled, or my one of creatures even too. Oh, not everybody's running Blood Moon. That's good to hear. Come on, Cloudpost. Oh, they're gonna stifle. Alright, that's fine. Copy this right now. I'd love to see that though. It's the legacy I know and love when I don't know what's going on. Come on. I'll just play into days. I'd rather play the Vesuva. Damn. Force of Will pitching Brainstorm. I guess I'll just play a second Tomb out. Ah, that's exciting. Just a whole new archetype. Check it out while people are... while the Dreadhorde is doing its thing. Let me follow you too, because most people I just haven't followed yet, but no offense or anything. Just really slow with Twitter. Slowly adding everybody. Usually I'll just look at these recommended people and just add everyone that's given there. Alright, Dreadhorde done. Oh, I love all of you, for sure. I'm just not the most up-to-date with this new kid stuff. This internet. I'm not super high on Twitter in general, but... yeah, I decided to make that a part of this whole streaming and the project and everything. Yeah, Twitter is seems like a good time sink. Honestly, I just don't want to take damage from a tomb here. But I do want to play this Spyglass. Probably named Oko. And they aggressively stopped these Rejuvenators. Negation, Misty. Still gonna say Oko. Yeah, especially for like very specialized bits of information, like these legacy decks, for example. Yeah. Like the Magic Twitter like universe is just like a bunch of bitching, right, and complaining. Just like regular Magic players. But I'll probably like post my primer and other like written content directly from Twitter. Yeah, I love the deck list part. Like white faces. Like stuff I just never would have saw anywhere else. I saw from like his Twitter when I found it. Yeah, maybe I will try and just be more involved on there. Just keeping like a kind of like a journalist kind of thing with all the post stuff. Hey, do I want to take 8 damage next turn from 4 tombs? I think it might be at that point where we have to risk it. God, it's gonna be so bad. But we're in a dire situation, so... Desperate times. Okay. Well, that just... A single bolt was gonna do it. But yeah, that was wise of them to not let Rejuvenator ever happen. I think I just want these... Maybe not even Ballista, honestly. And everything else is pretty good, though. Alright, maybe just one Golos can come out. It's legendary. Nah, let's do a prime time instead. Golos is pretty easy on the mana. I can imagine Twitter, the fickleness. Like, just in general with my life, I don't like to spend too much time on, like, social media and just stay glued to my phone. Like, whatever I'm doing at the time, I kind of just immerse myself in it. Like, during the work week, I kind of just disappear from all the magic stuff and everything. But then, like, when I stream on the weekends, I just want to focus on my stream, my playing. I don't know if I want to get caught in that wormhole where I'm checking up on Twitter, like, every hour. I will post my primer on there, though. Everything's pretty much written. I'm just, like, cleaning it all up and making it look nice. It's a lot more than 8 pages, too. Just, I can probably get it done this weekend. So if you're interested in, like, starting to play the regular post list, I have a nice deck guide, a walkthrough, and everything you might want to check out. Yeah, I'll leave with Tomb into Spyglass. I could risk taking a turn off and hope they don't have Wasteland for a turn 1 Cloudpost, but I want to leave with the Tomb here. And then just play around Daze the rest of the game if I need to. Probably I'll name Wasteland with this. Yeah, let's name Wasteland at this point. As always, against Rug Delver, the needles are, you're forced to decide between Oko or Wasteland. But considering I have, like, this ramping ability immediately, I think Wasteland is the better call. What did they do with Ponder? They did not shuffle. Yeah, I want to slam this still. No. Oh, that was a real possibility. Not live my life in fear of days. I think I'm actually going to play Eye of Ugin out. Like, next turn I'll be able to search with it if I want to. And then if I draw, like, a Locust land next turn, I'll have played, like, the 2 best lands at that point. And I forgot how much, how the reliability Ancient Tomb is. Normally don't play that in the usual list, but it's definitely not free. It has 2 mana. Let's see, they do have Stifle. And they revealed it, right? Well, I guess they're going to Stifle Eye anyway, so I might as well just start fighting through them at this point. Get a Chump Blocker out of it, too. Maybe they put it back, too, of the Brainstorm. Thinking that, like, oh, I would just be afraid of it for forever. Likely they'd probably just keep it, though, because Stifle's good against this deck. Suppose I'll just chump this here. I'm trying to think why. What situation I'd rather keep it back. Like maybe if they played like a Pyromancer out or an Oko here. I don't think I'm beating an Oko anyway though, so it's fine. Alright, I'm probably just dead now. Could try and Once Upon a Time for something. Like a Thought-Knot, stem the bleeding. Yeah, let's do it. Another Rejuvenator potentially. There's a Golos. I think I want to play the Thought-Knot though, because I don't want to have to tap the Ancient Tomb. Yeah. Although Golos would set me up better in the longer run. Yeah, it still loses Stifle. Yeah, let's just do Thought-Knot then. Oh, it's only 2. Okay. Oh, what does Break open again? I remember the card. I remember the picture. It's like a squid thing. Hey, you had to dig deep for that card. It's not a card I would think about at any point. But it doesn't work like that, does it? You can't force Tybalt up. It probably doesn't work with, like, manifesting either, I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's technically a different thing than morph. Not the best showing for the Stompy post today, but I've been enjoying myself. Hope everybody watching is enjoying something a little different for a change. I guess this doesn't look super different to some outsiders, but it feels like drastically different to me. I was honestly hoping we'd find a Cloudpost off that once, but oh well. And Death and Taxes would generally be a good matchup for the other list. But I definitely think this version will be weaker. We have less control of how our games play out with this kind of list, which is like perfectly viable against Death and Taxes at the other one. Take a couple more draw steps here before we throw in the towel. A couple of running Cloudposts would get us back in it, but they know our mana's good at this point. Let's double up on Chalices, I guess. I'm gonna side these out. Skull probably wouldn't be a terrible card for this particular list. It's another decent threat. The same mana level as Golos. Palace Jailer. Okay. One more draw. If it's not Cloudpost, I'll scoop. I swear. Even if it was Cloudpost, like, this is gonna be a pain in the ass now. I guess we could still cast Thought-Knot Seer. Okay. So I want to bring these in. Let's cut these Chalices. I guess backfill the rest of the deck with Force of Vigors. But yeah, it's not a polished list by any means. Definitely be down to tweak it some more when I revisit this on stream, but Oh yeah, if you've seen this deck in the past, this is like the main modification I was going to try with, here today. Just maxing out in Cavern of Souls. Instead of having summoning traps. I feel like Cavern's another one of those lands that I always feel like I could abuse it some more than I already do with like the regular post list. If I could find a way to squeeze 4 of them into a list, I'd like to try something like that. And yeah, I thought about that with Rejuvenator too. Just like play an initial Rejuvenator, find a Cavern, and then depending on what's in your hand, name like Scout or Giant. Also plays pretty well with Vesuva. Vesuva on a Cavern also gives you a different creature type to name. And this also wouldn't be a terrible card to try and utilize more. Like, I love the indestructible of it. And if you had like maxed out on that, then you could just kind of late game like guarantee your color via Cascading Cataracts. Just a thought. But yeah, this is definitely a brew. If anybody has suggestions or something we could try, be down to experiment a bit. Let's try this. This Wasteland be damned. I always have Wasteland. That's a pretty great start. I would definitely keep a 2 Wasteland hand. What do I care about? And what don't I care about? Stoneforge is the thing I want to get rid of most. I'm not even far from like casting this. It's prime time. It's kind of greedy to get not get a green source here. Let's see if I get Cataracts. Yeah, I can still get my green that way, and also have like this ability to Golos if I need to next turn. That force easy. You might be right, Waterfalls. How's it going? I'll still have my 6 for prime time next turn with this Karakas in hand. I might get the epic ability to activate Golos. It's honestly something, I guess not. That's something I've never done with Post though, or just in general. Used to play Golos like back in the day. It's a good draw. Alright, so I'll go to 5. I should probably get at least 1 Glimmerpost. Yeah, I'll get Cloudpost Glimmer. Oh god. Maybe I can still safely just get Cloudposts. Yeah, let's just be risky. Let's just get Cloudpost. This is good for us. Ether Vial, yes. Maybe Thought-Knots are not the greatest. I still kind of like him, but I suppose they're not like stellar in this matchup. So yeah, just a short stream here today. This was the second to last match here. I gotta go to boring work after this. But yeah, I'm going to try and stay up for the Legacy Challenge tonight, so hopefully everybody comes back for that. And if I can't do that, then most likely I'll stream Vintage tomorrow for the Vintage Challenge. It's been a ton of fun for me. Been enjoying the learning process of that format. But I'm feeling like playing Legacy for the most part right now. I don't want to modify anything with the regular list. Somebody suggested, like, instead of these 6, maybe run like 4 Leylines, 2 Mindbreak Traps. I feel like Mindbreak Trap hits more various different things though. I guess there's no real reason to alter any of that. Oh, no Wasteland. Let's see. This Tabernacle in hand makes this not a bad hand anyway. I would have liked that Cloudpost to stick around just one turn. If this is a creature, I'll probably just play Tabernacle out. I'll probably play it out anyway here. I could just try and force the issue. Maybe Vesuva this next turn. And then have the mana to get going with Golos. Yeah, let's do that. I'll play this out to... This would kill Spirit of the Labyrinth, Thalia. Alternatively, I could have played Vesuva, copying Forest, and then had 4 mana with the Tomb next turn, barring getting ported. I'm playing this Tabernacle to fuck with their ability to port. Just one of the reasons to just have this card in the post stack in general. To not have to get ported all the time. Playing the Tomb there, though, also opens up a couple other lines. Like if I draw a Rejuvenator next turn, be pretty good. Okay, I think next week is the showcase weekend. I feel like it's about that time when that would happen. So I have enough qualifier points to play in the Legacy one. If I can somehow string together like 20 more or something, I could also play the Vintage one. Yeah, but I'll always prioritize Legacy. Alright. I hope we get to untap with these 2 tombs. Probably, yeah. If we lose by 1 life, for sure. I've just been kind of autopiloting this. Can't say I've been playing flawlessly by any means. I think I'm just like so accustomed to having my single Walking Ballista in the deck that it's like, oh, don't let it get exiled by like any means necessary. But with like 4 of them in the stack, I definitely didn't need to do that. So even if we get ported, hopefully we can get like an untapped source, start getting these Golos down. I mean, port won't do that, but God. All right, let's Tabernacle will still be good. I feel the lack of crop rotation here is also a pretty big weakness of this version for like these kind of matchups. Yeah, there's another Ballista already. Flick-a-wisp. So I know some of you watching are my pretty usual viewers. I'm always so grateful to have you guys watching this, no matter like what jank I'm playing. If you guys care to comment, do you like seeing these kind of brews of posts, or did you prefer just the most competitive list all the time? Just trying to get some input, some constructive criticism. That's how I want to approach my content in the future. I'm always down to just play like the best possible list all the time. But I do like brewing in this format quite a bit. Even if it doesn't really work out, like I still have a pretty fun time trying some random shit. So yeah, whatever people would prefer to watch. Thanks, Zeustove. Appreciate it. Yeah, is it worth playing this Spyglass out? I think it is for these vials, honestly. I go to 13. Just hope I draw enough. I also name port, too, at this point. But yeah, I always knew, like, I've been playing this post deck in Legacy just for, like, almost a decade now. And I knew, like, playing, or doing this stream, it's gonna be, like, a fun stream. Honestly, I didn't think we'd be winning as much as we did, like, these last few months or so. But yeah, I knew the stream would always be about the card Cloudpost. And it's like taken me a lot of different places over the years, so yeah. Basically, I've been brewing since Top got banned. Been a pretty bumpy ride, but with some of the tools we have now, like Once Upon a Time, I think we're in a pretty good spot to mess around with some pretty creative stuff. So I'm always down to like try out some of these ideas that I have. It's one of the good things about Legacy in general. You just like build the deck how you want and not have to follow anybody else's advice. Alright, I think we're just on the Rashad Port plan here. No, let's do Vile, because they're going to tap out to pay Tabernacle. Run like draw a land next turn or bust at this point. Even if we're 1 and 3 after this round, I'll still play out this last round. Get some practice with the Stompy version. I think there's definitely some room for improvement with this particular list. So I'm definitely down to come back to this every once in a while. Can't say the Cavern of Souls, if they were effective one way or another today. Okay, we're just dead now. Yeah, sometimes I just need to get the bruise out of my system. And for like the real events tomorrow, be ready to try and start winning again. So if they ever make a change to the banned list, like say they banned Oko, I feel like Delver would be a bit easier, and I could take away some of these carpets. Tybalt? I think you might be onto something, Waterfalls. This feels like a brewing idea. I feel like we should work on this. Opposition agents. No, I don't think it would like suddenly take over if those 2 cards got banned. Like, I don't know, I guess like more mid-range strategies would probably become more popular with like Oko's banning, which might encourage more opposition agents. But I still feel like there's no specific archetype that really wants that card all that much. Oh, it's Mono Green Post. Yeah, I don't think it's, I'm not too worried about that happening. Like, honestly, I was pretty paranoid about Opposition Agent when it first got spoiled, but I've been happy to see that it just hasn't really panned out. I don't think, the absence of Oko or Dreadheart Arcanist would change that, really. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't believe the hype, too, Stub. Don't let the opposition people scare you. Put back this Ulamog, I guess. I don't know if they would change a rule for that. I imagine it would function probably the same still. Yeah, let's just jam Rejuvenator here. I feel like jamming. Yeah, I still have to look into this deck that I know Walked Airplane gave me a list to look at. It's completely new to this this Tybalt deck. And it's up to. Oh, there is an opposition agent in his list. This is Cloudpost. Yeah, from my very brief encounter with that deck, I'm not too worried about it, if my thinking is clear in that. Oh, what's the ruling that's like in question? I don't get it. I can know if Flip Delver is a CMC1, if that's like the thing that's the issue. I'm gonna play Golos and hopefully get a Cavern off of it. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they should have some consistency with how those kind of things function. Oh, really? That's weird. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to act like that. Total CMC? Yeah, that's pretty random. Say a card like Wear Tear, like what's that card's CMC, like when it's in hand? Is it just the total of the two? Like 3? Okay. Okay, got you guys. This is a really, really stupid question, so I apologize. But, these new cards, they're double-sided. Like, do you get to just choose what side is, like, the main card in your deck? Or does it, like, count as each card? Or, like, whatever one you want? Like, I honestly don't know how it's supposed to work. Okay, there's, like, always a front side. Didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a set front to cards like that. But you can choose it as either the 2 cards then, or you have to record it as the front side. Oh yeah, I definitely should have played Thought-Knot, you're right. Yeah, that would have been a good time for it. Well, as long as we can get this prime time down next turn, I think we're good. I was curious to this rules discussion. Hey, we got a nice Snowco matchup, looks like, for our last round here. Damn, no fear, the life total. Even with some, like, small threats on the board. Yeah, assuming this is like regular Snowco, which it looks like it is. Have to try and figure out some sort of sideboard plan here. Like, I would think I'd want these Force of Vigors, or some number of them, but not certain what I would take out. So another Cavern. I guess I could just be Eldrazi at this point. Pretty sure this game is in the bag, though. Might as well just play the Thought-Knot out, too. Get Eye of Ugin, of course, and Cloudpost. This is only going to be 2 mana. Yeah, maybe I could have snagged Oko if I had played this last turn like I was supposed to. Not too worried though. Fury, I guess. No, I don't even care if they bounce it. I'll take swords. Just have enough like pressure on board with these creatures alone. Maybe I should have just swung at them. How's it going, Jim? Just wrapping up the stream here. It's a short one today. Gotta go to stupid work in like an hour. Yeah, they'll be in an hour or two. Have you been playing any Magic recently? Done anything with like the new set that came out? Like Jake talked me into getting into Vintage. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. I like drift away from like the social media stuff for like long periods of time. But I definitely want to see this project. Yeah, Jake convinced me to play this deck. It's Golos combo shops with like basically the Dark Depths combo. It's been a ton of fun. Even though I like know nothing about Vintage, really. It's been fun learning the format. Mirage Mirror is like your Vampire Hex Mage for this deck in Vintage. I'm just going to swing it all at the opponent. I don't really want to think about it. Oh, nice. Goyf is bad now. Have you seen these decks with like that new Tybalt with the cascading? Because I played against 2 of them here today, and this is like the first time I've ever seen that deck. Pretty funky. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 1 mana off. Alright, I'm just going to wait one more turn, and then just plan to Emrakul next turn. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, might as well. I can dig it. It's such a weird like deck building constraint. Not have any CMC 1 or 2 cards. I like it though. Are you playing Gemstone Caverns too? Just thought that was pretty interesting. I think both the lists I played against had that. Gotcha. Yeah, I've been I guess kind of out of the loop with that, the new decks and everything. Walked Airplane sent me this list here, but I guess there's just a ton of variation with it now. Just get a construct here and just ping him to death. Yeah, that probably would be faster actually. Yeah, let's do that. Make me ping him to death. Just never pass priority in case they're playing like sudden shock or something like that. Nothing could really surprise me at this point. Yeah, so I think I want Force of Vigors, or some number of them. Just don't know what to cut is the thing. And maybe Ballista's not that great, but I do kind of like it against Oko. I feel like I should bring in 2 of these at least. Wouldn't be against maybe cutting like a Rejuvenator or 2, but it's a pretty good bridge card. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was a pretty bad matchup for them. Well, that's a pretty abrupt end to the stream, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at these lists then. Pretty intrigued from what I saw about this. Onrog's always up to some pretty creative stuff. The Snow Day deck and all. Okay. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Tonight I'm going to try and stay up for this Legacy Challenge. I'm not certain if that'll happen or not, but if it doesn't happen, I will probably stream the Vintage Challenge tomorrow. But I want to aim for Legacy because I'm a little more eager to play some Legacy competitively at the moment. Be taking a shot at it with the usual list, the claimers and everything. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope to see you later, in like 24 hours from now or so.